Hello, it's me, Ruby, Master of all trades, and today I'm coming at you with a video that I haven't done before, which is a Am I the Asshole reading, because I love Am I the Asshole stories. I'm sure people can relate to this, but I love drama, but not being in it. Like, I like to judge it and listen and be like, oh my god, what happened? She did what? And then not have any personal anything in the game of the drama. I love that. I love that so much. That's why I love Am I the Asshole stories. I am gonna do a little check-in here, so if you don't want to hear about my personal life and health, you can go ahead and skip to this number right there. Yeah. Sorry I've been gone for like a month. I know I said that I was gonna try and post like every other week or something like that, or once a month, but I, unfortunately, have recently been diagnosed with POTS, and it's just gotten worse recently, where literally all I was doing 24/7 was sleeping. I was either at work or I was at home sleeping, and I literally could not do anything, and it was so debilitating, and yeah, it's super fun. I still am not technically diagnosed. I'm gonna get another tilt table test, because the first time I failed because I was on Vyvanse, which is like a ADHD medication. They thought that that was like the reason that I was having issues, but no, I'm off of it now and have been, and I'm still experiencing issues. But the good news is I went to the ER the other day because I was just so like terrible feeling and I didn't know what else to do and I needed help and I couldn't get any appointments till October because America. And so I was able to get a IV infusion, just like saline, and that like fully fucking made me feel so much better. I literally had like the last, okay, no, yesterday I did nap, but the 2 days before that I have not napped, and that is crazy because I haven't not napped a day in my life for probably 6 months now. So I was really it was really crazy. And now I'm also going to a local place to get like IV drips to hopefully continue to help that, and I'm also trying to drink a lot more water, which also helps. So yeah, that's basically the story if you care. Sorry if my background looks a little messy too. That wig is falling over and I don't know what to do about it. That's the long story short of what has happened and why I've been gone. I've just been really fucking tired, like physically, mentally, all of the above. Oh yeah, also if you haven't yet, you should like, comment, and subscribe if you like me and my vibes. I'm hopefully going to be doing more YouTube videos more frequently. I definitely think I'll be doing more Am I the Assholes, and I also like doing deep dives, so I'm hoping to possibly do another one of those soon. I just have to find something that interests me enough. So this one is Am I the Asshole for not waking up a tourist who overslept and missed the day trip she paid for? Hi guys, I'm 21 female, a Bulgarian tour guide who accompanies groups to Sicily. On a recent trip, one woman who was traveling alone, mid-30s, was consistently oversleeping. The first day after we arrived, we had a day trip to Etna and Taormina? I'm sorry. For which we depart at 8 a.m. as we do all the other day tours. I make sure that all the tourists are informed of the departure times on the bus the day before, and they also have my number to call in case they forget so I can remind them. They also all have printed out pamphlets with the schedules made by the travel agency and a handout that has the time for departure on it. Okay, we got a thorough bitch. As you should be with a touring company, I think. All of the group was on time except one woman. She was late by 10 minutes, which, okay, maybe she got caught up in something and was late. I excused it, then mentioned to the whole bus in the mic that I do not tolerate lateness beyond 15 minutes, at most in case of emergency like a forgotten possession, and that I must always be called and informed in case someone is running late. Trip went by okay otherwise. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you don't want to waste everyone else's time because they're also paying probably a shit ton of money for this trip, and yeah, it'd be annoying as fuck. Like, I'd be pissed off if we were 15 minutes late, because that's like 15 minutes that I could be doing something cool, and it's 15 minutes I fucking paid for. So I get that. Don't be late. I'm kind of a bitch. I refuse to be late. I'm always like 20 minutes early. So to me, sometimes I'm a little judgmental about late people. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend y'all, but I get a little busy. It's like 15 minutes late, really? Especially on a trip? Like, come on. Aren't you excited? The next day, the same tourist was late again by 25 minutes. Almost an entire half hour. I called her twice to no answer, and we were just about to leave without her when she came out running and got on the bus. She was lucky, as the receptionist of the hotel asked me about a missing piece of info on the rooming list and earned her some time. Oh, that's fucked. I reminded everyone again that I will not be waiting anymore for late tourists in the morning, and waking up on time is their responsibility, which makes sense. They're adults. We all have alarm clocks. I think every hotel room, well, I don't know because this is a different country, but alarm clocks are usually in hotel rooms too, I feel like. So whatever, anyways. When we came back that evening, she asked me if I could make sure to wake her up in time. I reminded her a third time that I'm not responsible for waking people up. Everyone gets a printed itinerary with departure times, and I announce everything the day before. She kept saying, no, just knock on my door if I'm not out by 8:15, and I kept repeating, I really can't do that for everyone. Please set an alarm. Yeah, that's stupid too, because I don't know how many other people are on this trip. Did they say? I don't think so. But like, to have her be, or the person who wrote this, to be like in charge of waking everyone up, like, what is this, a school trip? Is this a school trip? No, that's really weird. Well, on the day we were visiting Syracuse, she didn't show up. I waited 15 minutes after the supposed departure time, called her twice to no response, then left with the bus and the rest of the group. She called me in a panic about an hour later, asking where we were. I explained the situation calmly. She got angry and said that I had one job and that I cheated her out of the money she paid to go on the trip, that day trip. She missed the whole day trip and was furious the next day. Later, she told the rest of the group that I abandoned her, and also called my agency, leaving a bad review about me. Am I the asshole for not personally waking up a grown woman despite warning her multiple times I wouldn't? Absolutely not the asshole. Period. Not the asshole. I don't know how some people are just so fucking like self-centered that they think everything is about them, and that's what this is giving. You can wake yourself up. You can use an alarm clock. If you don't wake up to alarm clocks, bitch, let me just show you what my alarm clocks look like. I do wake up to my alarm clocks, but I have extreme anxiety about being late. So this is what my alarm clocks look like. Every fucking 5 minutes, bitch. Every 5 motherfucking minutes. Because I don't want to be late to shit. So do that if you can't fucking wake up on time. Like, you need to do something. You need to figure something out, because that's on you. This person can't be running around to every person's hotel room, waking them up every morning to make sure they're gonna be on the trip that they decided they were going to do as an adult. There is an edit. I talked to my manager today. I was nervous at first because I was already tired of this whole shenanigan, and I didn't want to spend ages defending myself, so I went to him first and explained the situation before he approached me. He told me word for word, "Hun, I deleted that BS from my email as soon as I read it." An icon. They'll remove the bad review. Fuck yeah. That's okay. I'm glad they didn't get marked for that or in trouble for that, because that's totally like not their responsibility. Like, you're there to show people around, and they need to be on time and show up. You're not in charge of waking them up. You're not their mom. Like, fuck. So it looks like everyone agreed that they're not the asshole. This woman could have also requested a wake-up call from her hotel. I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, there you go. I'm an avid traveler. I'd be angry to sit on the bus every morning waiting on someone who is chronically late. Time is money, and she'd be wasting mine. If she's worried about her, she needs to set an alarm. If she complained to other guests, I guarantee you they weren't feeling bad for her. 100%. You're in a hotel, schedule a wake-up call with the front desk. Yes, they still do that. Beyond that, I'm surprised she made her flight out of Sicily in the first place. Yeah, like, how are you able to make it to your flight, but you're not able to make it to this? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, not the asshole. 1000%. Am I the asshole for letting my girlfriend stop coming over in the mornings after my mom's friend complained about her showering? My girlfriend works 12-hour overnight shifts, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry, I could never do a schedule like that. After work, she sometimes comes to my place to shower and sleep. She usually arrives around 8:15 a.m., takes a quick shower by 8:30, then crashes for the day. Here's where the issue comes in. My mom's long-term friend, who rents the basement, complained that the sound of the shower at 8 a.m. woke him up. My mom passed that complaint along to me and asked if my girlfriend could avoid showering until everyone is awake. I told my girlfriend, and she felt uncomfortable continuing to come over, understandably in my opinion. After working all night, the last thing she wants to do is feel like she's disturbing people just by taking a basic shower before bed. So she decided not to come over in the mornings anymore. She didn't cause drama or make a scene, just quietly adjusted. I later told my mom what my girlfriend decided, and she got upset not because of the shower, but because my girlfriend chose to stop coming over in the morning. My mom insists that wasn't her intention, but from our perspective, asking someone not to shower after a night shift pretty clearly sends a message that their presence is disturbing. For context, I also pay rent in this house. My mom's friend has lived here for years and pays rent too. We all shared the space. It's not like my girlfriend was being loud or unreasonable, just taking a 5 to 10 minute shower in the morning, which seems pretty standard. Now my mom's upset with me, but I feel like it was handled fairly. I passed the message along. My girlfriend made a common, mature decision, and somehow I'm caught in the middle. Am I the asshole for not pushing back harder on the complaint or letting my girlfriend decide to stop coming over in the mornings? I think this turned out fine. If the girlfriend was okay with just switching up her routine and going to her house or apartment first to shower, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Like, yeah, it might be slightly inconvenient, but if everyone's paying for fucking rent except for her, she should be the one to make the change, I feel like, in my opinion. Because, yeah, 8:30 isn't really that fucking early, to be honest. Like, I would really understand it if it was like 4 or 5 in the morning or something crazy like that. But they do pay rent, which I think is an important thing. Like, if you're paying rent, you should be able to have a little bit more. Since they're paying rent, I feel like they kind of have the right to complain. Honestly, the person could just chill. It's not like she really takes a long ass shower, from what I can tell. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the way it was handled and the way it was solved was fine. Like, it didn't seem like the girlfriend was mad or upset or offended. And it's weird that the mom is being pissed off about, like, oh, well, why didn't you say something more? Why didn't you blah, 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 blah? Like, I think that's stupid too. Like, you're just making it more dramatic for no reason. Especially if she's fine switching it up. If she's fine switching it up and staying home to shower and then coming over later, who cares? It looks like the general consensus on this was everyone sucks, which I don't know. Let's read some of the comments though. 8:30 a.m. is not early to be showering. Yes. Most people have to be at work by 8 a.m. and would be showering at 6 or 7. Your mom should have shut down the complaint and not brought it to you if she didn't want your girlfriend to act on it. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. If the mom was so upset about it, why'd she say anything? So I don't think that's, like I said, I don't think the OP is the asshole either. Yes, his mom should have shut it down, but also this derpy OP should have shut it down before passing on such unpleasantness and unreasonable expectation to his girlfriend. That's weird. I don't know. This one is weird because, like, yeah, everyone's kind of just like, what the fuck is happening? Thinking 5 or 6 a.m. shower, which may be a different story. Yeah, but 8:30 is ridiculous. I agree with the things they're saying, and I think I still stand by the fact that, like, okay, I don't know, I feel like you have a right to say something when you're paying for something. But yeah, if the mom didn't think it was an issue and didn't want anyone to change anything or, like, not have the girlfriend come over, then she should have just shut it down immediately. And if the boyfriend was also like, what the fuck, this is stupid, say something! Don't just comply if you think it's stupid. Like, I don't know, that's my opinion. Say something if you think it's stupid or unreasonable, because I think, yeah, 8:30 is not a really crazy time to shower. And also, as someone who I have a husband, so I was gonna say, like, a roommate, as someone who doesn't live alone, you do certain things. Like, he wakes up way earlier than I do, but still he has to get ready in our room, so he just tries to be quieter and not turn on the lights, and I do the same to him. Like, it's just out of respect. Ooh, this one sounds good. Also, this is super unrelated, but would you guys ever like a makeup tutorial? Like, I know I've done, like, get ready with me's before in the past. I feel like those are tutorial-y enough, but let me know if you want, like, an actual tutorial where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this and use this. Because I get a lot of comments about my, like, eyeliner, my eyelashes, and the little star eyebrows, so I don't know, really random cut in, but if you're curious, let me know. I always get compliments on my makeup, and honestly, I should, because I spent a long ass time getting good at makeup. I've been doing makeup. I did makeup every day from ages like 13 to 19. Like, I worked for this. Anyways, on to the next story. Am I the asshole for ruining my family's vacation because of my period? Debilitating shit, might I add off the bat. I, 15 female, just got back from going around Europe for 2 weeks with my parents and 2 younger brothers, 11 and 13. A few days before our flight home, I got my period, and it was bad. Being already tired from traveling and being away from home didn't help with my nausea, cramps, and no energy. I will say off the bat, I feel like this person is probably not the asshole, because periods can be really fucking debilitating, and I feel like people don't really realize that, or, you know, you don't realize that unless you have a uterus and have had a period before. Yeah, some periods are really minor and, like, low-key, and it's easy and whatever, but as someone who had debilitating ass cramps, I went on birth control to help with the cramps, and that did help immensely, but my period still sucks ass, and a lot of the time I still feel like shit, and it makes me, especially with POTS and having my fucking period, it's like makes my POTS twice as bad. So I don't know, I think that already I'm gonna say this person is not the asshole, because periods can be fucked. Anyways, to make it worse, we had a full day of walking and sightseeing planned ahead of us. I asked my mom if I could just stay at the hotel and rest as I was in pain and really couldn't be asked for any of it. She told me she knew it wasn't pleasant but try to push through as we only go abroad once a year and she didn't want me to ruin the vibe. She's not even asking for everyone to like not go. She's just saying, can I just stay home? And yeah, I get it. You go abroad once a year and that sucks, you know, that you get your period that day. Gremlin. 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 But I kind of hate the sentiment of don't let your period like run your life. Like it's genuinely can be really stressful and really horrible to experience. So I don't know. It was awful. We spent the morning climbing up this hill to see a view of a city from a church. And my brothers the whole way kept complaining about me needing to take breaks frequently to sit down while my parents just basically let them and didn't tell them to shut up. What really pisses me off was them loudly embarrassing me in public at a restaurant about how many bathroom breaks I needed, and they kept telling me I was killing the mood. Off topic, but those free street bathrooms in Paris are nasty. Oh, can we hook up these bros with a fucking period simulator? Because I feel like the minute they get on fucking level 2 they would shut the fuck up and never complain again. I just hate when fucking people do that. Also, as someone who's like fucking disabled, I need to take breaks all the time. Like I get so fucking physically tired from walking around, and like yeah, it sucks, but if you're in pain, you're in pain. You can't do anything. I remember last year I went on a trip with my husband and a friend, and we were walking like 20,000 steps a day. We went to California and we went to like Disney, Universal. We went to Disney, I think 2 days. We did one park each. And then the third day we went to Universal Horror Nights and Universal during the day. And my feet hurt so bad that I had to miss one of the last haunted houses. And it fucking sucked. I felt terrible. This is like my favorite event. I want to see each house. And I felt bad because I was like, now I'm making, you know, my husband and my friend not go. But we decided my husband was going to come with me. We were going to go back home and my friend could stay and go to the thing because I don't want to ruin his trip. But also it's not fair to make me do something if I'm in pain and can't do it, you know what I mean? When we got back to the hotel, I got into a massive argument with my mother and said a few things I admit were out of line and I regret that. She told me to remember how much money it had cost for all of us to take this trip and told me to be grateful. The final day of our trip came and she finally just let me stay at the hotel and rest. I know my parents worked really hard for us to go on vacation and I was a bit rude to her, but I was in pain and I feel like everyone could have at least tried to pretend to give a shit about me. I agree 100%. They should have like allowed you to take breaks and not made it a big deal. They should have made accommodations if they wanted you to be along so bad, because that's just not fair to you. Like if you would have rather just stayed home and rested or stayed at the hotel and rested, that's totally valid. Like I don't know how that's not valid. So I think they should have just let you stay at the hotel if they were going to complain about you the whole time, because that's just like, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And it looks like that's what everyone else is saying. It was marked as not the asshole. Here are some comments. Not the asshole. Tell an OBGYN that your periods are this bad though. 100%. They should have let you stay in the room as their experience was ruined. I doubt it somehow. And you're left with unpleasant memories. Traveling and sightseeing should be a pleasure, not a chore. Exactly. One should go on vacations to relax, not to complete some friggin' to-do list. You didn't choose to be on your period. They chose to be dicks about it. I agree 100%. OP's mom knows better, and her little brothers were the ones who caused the most damage to the day. The whole thing about ruining the vibe needs to universally die off. What garbage. Periods are fucking hard. Like, they really are, and I feel like people don't really realize that. And I think all men, as a part of being a man, or someone who has not experienced a period or doesn't have a uterus, everyone needs to get a little period simulation thing, because I think everyone should be universally aware of how terrible they can be, and I don't think people should be forced to work when they're on their period if it's that bad, and I don't think people should have to do shit when they're on their period if it's that bad. That's just my opinion. Maybe that's a little bit too crazy, but that's how I feel about it. I struggled immensely with my period for many, many years before finally getting on birth control and it literally saving everything, because holy shit. I know birth control isn't always the best, but worth it to me, honestly. I think that's all I'm gonna read though, because we got through 3 and I feel like this is going on 30 minutes of recording, and I don't know. Let me know if you want longer videos. I always like to watch really like obscenely long YouTube videos. I love having them on in the background. So let me know what you think and what your vibe is, if you like shorter videos or if I should do a mixture, let me know. But yeah, if you like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are on all of the little stories and if you think someone was being the asshole or not. And I think that's it though. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also,